Hi, my name is Carolyn and I live and work on the big boat that is right behind me. The boat's name is American Pride and we are docked in Long Beach, California. The boat is 130 feet long and about 100 feet tall, and we take kids out sailing, teaching them about the ocean. So today we're going to take a quick tour of the boat and see what's on board.
So we're going to start our tour up here at the bow, which is the front of the boat, and then work our way aft, and then we'll take you down below decks. So what you just saw was the bowsprit, which extends over the water and has two sails attached to it, the outer jib and inner jib, followed by the staysail. And then on either side of those sails, we have two anchors that weigh 500 pounds, and there's a windlass in the middle which pulls them up. And what you are seeing here is one of the 3 steel masts that we have on board. These go from the very, very bottom of the boat to the very, very top, about 100 feet in the air, and this is what our sail is raised on. So I just wanted to review some parts of the boat before we keep moving forward. So like I said, the front of the boat is called the bow. The back of the boat is called the stern, and we have 3 triangle sails called the outer jib, the inner jib, and the staysail, moving from the front to the back. Okay, and then on deck we have some kayaks, we have a small boat, all for fun at the islands and when we have summer camps. You also see these little cabin houses which take you below decks, which I'll show you in a minute. And here's Daniel just hanging out, chilling on deck in a hammock. So right here in the forward midships area, we do have 2 guns on board that we use for parade sails and battle sails. So they do work. We don't put cannonballs in them, but we do put a charge made out of tin foil and black powder. So you can see above me that there were some more sails. These are our square or gaff rig sails. There are our foresail, our mainsail, and our mizzen sail, and they're all pulled up the same way with 2 halyards, the throat and peak, all the way up the mast about 80 feet in the air. Okay, now we're heading to the back of the boat. This is where the wheel is, so we're heading back to the area where we steer the boat from. Okay, so this is the wheel that we use every time we go out sailing. A lot of people do ask why the wheel is at the back of the boat. Well, the wheel moves the rudder, which is a giant fin at the back of the boat, so they need to be close together. You also see here our compass or our binnacle, which shows us which direction we're going. Now we're going to start our below deck tour, so we're going to start with the aft cabin. The aft cabin is where the captain sleeps. It also has one other pull-out bed for any other crew member joining us on a voyage. The aft cabin is also where we keep a lot of our navigation equipment. So you see a computer there. We do use a computer to help us navigate, but as we pan around further, and I'll go into a little detail later on, but we do use paper charts, chip logs, sextant, some of the more traditional tools. Before I go into those more traditional things we use for navigation, I will pan up and show you our whole basically wall of electronics that we use for navigating. These are all of our radios, our AIS, our depth sounder that we use for sailing the boat. So here we have the charts that we use every time we go out sailing. These are the most reliable thing. We use them to get from point A to point B. We also have a chip log, which helps determine the speed of the boat, as well as the sextant, which helps us use the sun and the horizon to find where we are, where our location is. Okay, now we're going to head into our galley and our crew quarter or engine room, but I'm going to break it up into a few slides and just show you the galley in this one, which is our boat kitchen. Our galley on board is very similar to your kitchen at home. It has a stove, a refrigerator, a coffee maker, a sink, and it's where we prepare all of our food. The biggest difference between your kitchen and our galley is really that we have to conserve food and water a lot more. We can't just go to the grocery store at any point, especially when we're out sailing, to get food to restock. Same with water. We don't have a water maker on board, so we do have to conserve water that we have. So we've actually headed into the crew head or the bathroom. So we have a little sink and a little toilet, and it is different than your toilet at home because everything is actually kept on board. We can't just release it to a water treatment plant. We also can't just release it into the water. Now we're going to check out the crew quarters where the crew lives. So in the crew quarters, we do have this giant table, which is great when we hang out, when we play board games, when we eat breakfast. We also have a TV when we're at the dock. And surrounding the table are some bunks, which is where the crew sleeps and has all their possessions. Our crew quarters is actually also our engine room. So in the giant table where we sit and hang out is our engine and generator. So it actually lifts up and you can see both the engine and generator right there. Next, we'll head to the compartment that we call the main. When American Pride was built in 1941, she was built as a fishing boat. So this would have been the area where the fish were stored. There would have been a hole on deck and they would have just thrown all the fish down into this compartment. Now it is where kids stay when they come with us for voyages. And the last compartment we'll explore is the forecastle. Right now we still are in the main. You can see there are two heads up forward, and there's this giant bulkhead door which leads to the forecastle. So this giant door will prevent water from going from one side to the other if we were bringing on water. And as we open the door, you see the forecastle, which is 16 bunks used for students.
Thanks for joining us on the boat tour today. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos. It is Tall Ship American Pride.